श्री गुरु चरण कमलेभ्यो नमः। पुरुषार्थ चतुष्टय. What is this Purusharth Chatushtay? This is Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. Why this Purusharth Chatushtay made? Purush means Atma. And Purusharth means what is the purpose, what for this Atma came on this earth. Earth means meaning as well as earth means purpose also. What is the purpose of soul, Atma, to come on this earth? So that is Dharma, Artha, Kam and Moksha. Dharma means, Dharma is living life according to natural law, which supports natural law, which is in alliance with natural law, which doesn't harm nature, which nourishes nature. Nature of individual, nature of society, nature of environment, nature of everything, When it nourishes everything, then when our life nourishes everything, that life is called living as per natural laws, in alliance with natural laws. So when life is lived on the basis of those principles which are made to live life which can take you beyond, which can take you towards moksha. Moksha means liberation. And liberation means going beyond. Going beyond means going to more and more upper level. Leaving behind whatever is grosser, whatever is not that useful, which is not that sustainable, which is not that long lasting, which is not giving permanent happiness. So it takes you to that level which gives you happiness which is eternal. That is called bliss. That takes you to that level which is eternal. It doesn't come back to fluctuate with happiness, sorrow, this and that. So it sustains you in that totality which is forever, which is good forever, which is happy forever, which is blissful forever, without fluctuations. Right? So this Artha means the purpose. Artha means the meaning. Artha doesn't mean money only. Artha means purpose of life. Purpose of life means purpose of relations, purpose of environment, purpose of society, social relations. So all types of purpose. So Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So living life in perfect alliance with natural law, you perform all actions which nourish nature, nourish individuals, every individual's physical level, mental level and spiritual level. And by nourishing this, following principles of all those natural laws which are there, very much there, all the time. Richo Vakshare Parame Vyuman. Yes, it says that all those laws are existing everywhere all the time. But in the last part it says Kevricha Karishati. But if you don't be with it, if you don't align yourself with it, what Richa will do? What natural law will do? So that's why it says, Veda says somewhere else, that Yo Jagartam Richa Kamyante. It means if you become awake with what? Awake that everywhere, eternally, all those principles by following which one can become eternal. One can become Aham Brahmasmi. Because Raso Vaisa, so Aham, we are that. Whatever those principles are, we are simply that. We simply forget and we simply dwell in our very limited ego, limited sense of existence, and because of living in that part, which is very partial of the whole, one starts fluctuating with all those successes and failures, that this is we, this is what I got, this is what I lost. So when one lives with very limited value of life, then that is called small ego, small self, right? So it hurts. It gives you pain, agony, sorrow, frustration, stress, strain, wills, complexes. So when one starts living with perfect alliance with natural law, then one starts living the life which is in totality, absolute totality. So this science and technology of being, ultimately, it becomes effortless. Just try to understand how simple this would be if even effort is not required, which is effortless, simple, and spontaneous. So by following these principles, which are in line everywhere, Richakshare Parame Vyoman, it is everywhere, it is available. So yo jagartam richa kamyante. So make yourself awake. Simply make yourself aware with those principles. And just by making yourself aware with those principles, one starts living with those principles. And when one starts living with those principles, then even effort goes missing. Missing means it becomes so reflex action that this is not doing. This becomes effortless. This becomes spontaneous. That's why it becomes very simple, very effortless, and very spontaneous. So by living simply, effortlessly, and spontaneously, we start living life like being with the flow, being with the nature. And by following this science and technology of being, our whole life converts into, starts living life as the perfect art of living. So this science of being becomes perfect life of art of living. So one starts living with proving, with achieving all the Purusharth Chatushtay. Those are called Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. By living life according to Dharma, according to the absolute principles which are running the universe, we achieve all the earth. We understand, we be with all the earth has, all the purpose of life. And by this, all level of desires, whether it is on physical level, mental level, or spiritual level, these are achieved. It means Purusharth Chatushtay, by Dharmanukul Acharan, by following all those dharmas, all the purpose of life is and are achieved, and by that, all the desires are fulfilled. And when you get everything, when you achieve everything, then everything is left automatically, spontaneously. And then that is called liberation. Moksha means going beyond, leaving everything. And leaving everything doesn't mean you leave something and go somewhere else. Leaving everything means you are with everything. You are being with everything. But you attain that level of consciousness that it doesn't affect you. You don't fluctuate with it. So by this, you achieve, by following this science and technology of being, one achieves the best way of art of living. One must understand, one must enjoy, and one must start doing it. Jai Gurudev.